Anti-vaxxers, who also tend to be anti-maskers, want to protect themselves from individuals who have been fully vaccinated. In fact, unfortunately, they have bought into a conspiracy theory about people who have been vaccinated shedding proteins and how that could harm people who have not been vaccinated. This is real. And unfortunately, health officials have had to come out to counter this type of disinformation. The conspiracy, which comes in several shapes and sizes, more or less says the vaccinated will shed certain proteins onto the unvaccinated, who will then suffer adverse effects. The main worry is the shedding will cause irregular menstruation, infertility, and miscarriages.
Of course.
Now, none of that is true, but apparently some of these anti-vaxxers, who again tend to be anti-maskers as well, are now considering wearing masks in order to protect themselves from shedding proteins from people who have been vaccinated.
You know, there's that song about the day the music died. This is the day irony died.
It's just amazing.
I love it though, I'm here for it. So let me get this right. The anti-maskers are gonna put on masks and socially distance from the rest of us.
That's right.
First of all, there's no way I can get enough of that irony, okay? Second of all, I'm here for it, I love it. So the craziest people in society are going to stay further away from me? Awesome, okay? And you didn't get vaccinated, and so now you're gonna put on a mask? Perfect, perfect. Who's the genius who came up with this conspiracy theory?
No, this is actually great. No, it's actually great because obviously you're thinking about it in the context of protecting yourself, and I did initially as well. But you're already fully vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
I'm almost fully vaccinated, and so I'm good. I don't care what anyone does. I'm good. My family's good. The people around me are good. But I also want people who buy into these crazy lunatic conspiracy theories to be safe as well. And by default, they actually are protecting themselves, right, unwittingly from the coronavirus.
Yeah, it's
win-win.
And then you know what they'll do is they'll turn around and be like, "See, I didn't get sick." That's because you got to put on a mask to avoid the protein shedding from the vaccination people. And that's why I didn't have a mask in the first place, but have a mask now. And that's why I didn't get sick. You're like, bravo, nailed it.
You got it, big guy, you got it.
You got it, dog, stay the course, okay?
Totally, 100%.
Now the second part though is, the poor fact checkers had to bother doing a fact check.
They did.
Really, oh yeah, I'm shedding proteins off my vaccinated body, and they're gonna get onto you, and they're concerned about the fertility part of this. So yes, they're talking about women, and of course they always tie it to some sort of miscarriage, abortion kind of thing. Oh no, the babies are coming, always coming for the babies, right? You gotta throw that in there. But you know the guys, so you know what they're worried about. Fertility, what if it affects my Johnson? Oh my God, oh no, I gotta put on a mask. All of a sudden now you're concerned about the mask, okay? So that's the way to get to any conservative guy. Oh, it's gonna affect your Johnson. Oh, right away, what do you need me to do? That's what sends a panic in them, right?
Why didn't the Biden administration just put that out? Just put it out.
Yeah, totally. And guys, I bothered to read the fact check, but really, if there's a theory out that, well, look, now they're worried about the vaccinated people, the cats will be fired out of their anus, and then they will enter the anus of the non-vaccinated people. We got to do a fact check. Is that possible? I don't know. Let's find. No, there's no reported cases of cats flying out of anuses in either direction.
They will do that fact check. They will. But okay, so we've had fun with this story, but throughout this pandemic, I think one thing has been very clear. And that's the fact that there's a significant portion of the country that has no faith and no trust in American institutions. They don't trust the media, they don't trust the CDC, they don't trust the federal government. And that's a terrifying place to be when you're dealing with a highly contagious virus and a global pandemic. And while on one hand, it's, I guess, fun to kind of poke fun at the very people who believe these conspiracy theories, the real question is, shouldn't the blame be placed on the people who have been running these institutions and haven't actually served the best interest of Americans, which is why so many Americans don't trust them?
At first, I thought you were going to finish the sentence with, shouldn't the real blame be placed on the people shedding the proteins in the first place?
By the way, there's protein shedding happening every night in this country. No one's complaining about that.
That's a different kind of, okay. All right, but in all seriousness though, Anna makes a devastating point.
About the protein shedding?
Well, that's different. That's also devastating, also in a different way. So no, seriously, guys. The right wing lost faith in this government, and I've been saying this now on the show a lot. And they were right. The government is corrupt. What corrupted them? Well, we allowed for unlimited bribery. We legalized bribery and said that you could do it as, we called it speech. So Sheldon Adelson gave $133 million in one of the recent election cycles. And according to the Supreme Court and our government and all of our corporate media, he was just talking to the candidates. Did you know that there was an Adelson primary before the Republican primary began in 2016, where all the candidates went to the office of Sheldon Adelson in Las Vegas and asked for his blessing? Because they knew he was going to spend over $100 million. So Sheldon Adelson picked the Republican primary winner before you guys had any chance of voting. By the way, you want to guess who he picked? Donald Trump. And so the corruption destroyed our government, and people lost faith in the government. I get it, right? And then the corporate media said, don't believe your lying eyes. The government is great. All the politicians are honorable and decent people, and they're having a debate about ideas. And the millions of dollars they're getting doesn't corrupt them at all. They're uncorruptible. They're wonderful people. And the right wing rightfully said, that's definitely not true. I can see it with my own eyes. That is definitely not true. So then now I discount everything you're saying. I get it. I get where the phenomenon came from. So it's easy to make fun of the protein shedding, etc. But Anna's right. It was the loss of faith in these institutions, and it's because they deserved it. They deserved it. They haven't been honest with the American people. And the Democrats should not go in this direction of insane conspiracy theories. But at the same time, they should get way more skeptical about the corporate media and the corporate politicians, both Republicans and Democrats. And that's where they get touchy. No, don't touch my beloved corporate Democrats. Well, and don't touch my beloved New York Times. They tell me sweet little lies. And so that's the reality. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. We really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.